Welcome to another wonderful cheeky webisode, Constantly Cheeky with Rupert Cheek and me, Constance Quigley. On this side you can see Rupert Cheek's Facebook links, and on this side you can find mine. We encourage you to like, follow, and friend us. This week we're going to discuss Facebook and everything that is Facebook-y, from the big to the small. So, other than being the 6th most valuable company in the United States, currently worth $350 billion, the brainchild of Mark Zuckerberg, what is Facebook, Rupert?
Well, Mark's reason for starting Facebook was to connect the world, wasn't it? To connect everybody online, which has been doing since 2006-ish, 5-ish maybe. How many? It's got a 1.5 billion users or something.
Yeah. So Facebook is a social media network hub where you can connect friends and family globally. There are amazing features to Facebook, and we're going to try and cover as many of them as we can today. So when setting up a Facebook account, we should start with it's free, for now. So get yours set up if you haven't yet. You can have a personal Facebook page and you can have business pages, as you can see. All the business pages are going to be linked to your personal page, but that doesn't mean, depending on how you set up your settings, is whether or not they'll be linked visibly to the public. So if you could go to House20, it's not necessarily going to give you Constance.Quigley.9 anywhere, or if you go to Piano Talent UK, it's not necessarily going to be like, owned by Rupert Cheek, here's his profile. They're different pages, but they make advertising for your company a lot easier. What about posting? What do you post on Facebook generally?
Most of the things I post are music related, depending on what it is exactly, or to determine where I post it. If it's, very generally speaking, if it's not music related, I'll post it on my profile, or if it's someone else's post, I will share it onto my profile if I want to share it, unless they've asked me to share it on a particular page, in which case I may or may not do so. For example, if I see a piano-related post, most of the time I'll share it onto the Piano Talent page without even thinking, just because that's what the page is about. Whereas the Cheeky promo page is more considered, and if someone wants me to post something on there, then they would have to ask me to do so. But general random things I will post on my personal profile, like content about the UK election yesterday, or posts about human rights or animal rights or the weather or anything random that doesn't fit into any of those pages will go onto my personal profile.
So on Facebook you can post both text, visual, video, right?
Right. And you can do Facebook Live as well, which is a form of video.
Exactly. It's a live video, one that you record, and your followers get to see at the very same time you are recording it. That's amazing. So Facebook is really interesting. So I do marketing, and I do a lot of research, analytics, data, that kind of stuff. I want to spit out a couple of statistical tidbits for you that are easily accessible online. And that is that the average person is distracted within 8
seconds. Sorry, what did you say?
Did you hear me, or are you?
I'm joking, yeah.
Are you being cheeky? The average person is distracted in under 8 seconds. 8 seconds, that's insane. That means that we have to be profound in our ability to be able to hold your attention. 84% of communications are going to be visual by 2018. That's next year, people. And 79% of that visual communication is going to be via video, like this, where users are finding it a lot easier to just come online and find the information being not only visually but verbally expressed to them. It maximizes their learning and it makes it a little easier. 85% of customers are more likely to purchase a product if they have seen a video regarding it. That could be a review or a commercial, preferably a review, in my opinion. And posts with videos will attract 3 times more than text-only posts. The reason I'm bringing up this little tidbit of information is because I didn't get to bring it up with the Twitter video, and both Facebook and Twitter maximize this information. So they allow you to not only use the visual captive... Wow, that word evaded. What am I saying? The visual...
I can't think of the word either.
Okay. It allows you to visually captivate, that's the word, your audience. And it also feeds into that 8-second distraction rule. So if your image or your video is captivating right away, you can hold the attention. Facebook and Twitter both allow you to scroll through, so you can pick what exactly is going to speak to you. So when we're talking about these social media, the reason we're talking about it is because Rupert does promotions, and I'm getting into it, but I do digital marketing and design. And so when we decided to move forward with the Constantly Cheeky videos, we wanted to make sure that people understood how to use the tools that we use to be able to maximize their own visibility. We don't just want to sell a service, we want to educate the world and make sure that everybody can do what we can do if time permits. So when you're... Argue? Okay, so when you're watching this video, I want you to understand that we're trying to give you the basics so you can use this information to maximize your own visibility with or without our service. So Facebook, you have private messages on Facebook, correct?
Yes.
So I could send Rupert a message and the world doesn't have to see it. It's just private between Rupert and I, and you can do that with anybody in your friends list. And even if they're not in your friends list, Facebook allows you to send a message that the person can choose to accept or not.
Right.
You have live videos with Facebook, which means, we already covered, but it means that you can record yourself live and be able to share it with your followers, or you can make it public and share it with the world. Yes?
Yes, yes.
Okay. You have your posts. Can you schedule on Facebook a post?
You can schedule posts on pages, but not as far as I'm aware on profiles.
Right. So on your business pages, you're able to schedule out your posts for several months. I'm not sure if there's a limit. I've never actually met the limit. So if you have enough time to try and figure out what the limit is, please put it below in the comments because I haven't found it. So you can schedule it and you could put in your little informational text, an image or a video, and then you could tell it, I don't want it to post today, I'd like it to post on August 9th of 2018. And as long as you can find it on the calendar, you can get it posted there. And it'll post at the exact time that you told it to. What else? You like. that up there. A thumbs up means that I like it on Facebook. What does that indicate, Rupert?
Means that you like the post or the content that the person has shared. You agree with it most of the time.
Right. Are there options that I could put instead of I like it? What if I don't like any part of it? What if it's awful? Is there an awful button?
There's a like, there's a smiley face, there's a love, there's a sad, there's an angry.
So if you don't like it, do the grumpy face. I would try to do the grumpy face, but I'm really bad at it, but it's like something like that. I love everything. That's my thing. I rarely, if I use that, it means that I'm indifferent. That's wrong. I go against Facebook rules. I heart it if I like it. So if you get a comment from me, that means I agree, but it's not awesome. If I heart it, that means they totally like it and it's awesome, and chances are I shared it. So, yay. Can
you think of an example of a post that you've put an angry face to? Well, why would you do that?
Generally, I put angry faces on political posts. Okay, no, so okay, but I try really hard not to do angry faces, but I'll give you an example. So, something that I didn't like was recently there was a Facebook post that showed that the courts deemed it acceptable to execute a pet. The police can execute a pet if it does anything beyond sit still. That definitely gets an angry face from me because I have nothing to say to that except for, what? That's wrong. And who was the judge? And do I really need to go back to law school to fix all of it? No. If you're a law student and you're listening to this, help. Because I studied business and not law. And so that gets an angry face. What do you angry face?
Things about violence or towards animals or people. Mostly, yeah.
See, and violence, I really never angry face. I try not to. Like, if it's like a court post where it says, this is what's gonna, I'll angry face. But like, about a week ago, someone posted a video of a boy assaulting cats. And my comment was, I really do not like this in my feed. Please do not share this with video. That's awful. And I gave a sad face because the message that's being shared there doesn't help progress society, in my opinion. I think it's more than being angry about it. It's more a hurt to see that kind of behavior. And so I try to make sure that I'm emotionally aligning my responses with like how I really feel. And so it's hard to make me angry anyways. So if I have an angry face on your post, good job, you. It's really hard to make me mad. So, yeah, but the court's ruling that you could execute a dog, I have kids. That is upsetting. That should never be. So, back to Facebook, I'm glad we discussed that because it really does show you how in-depth Facebook can be. You can get posts that are politically aligned, you can get posts that are morally aligned, and you can get posts of adorable babies, oh my gosh, doing adorable things. Adorable. So if ever you have like a crappy moment, I don't know about the rest of the world, but I try to find like motivational videos. If you watch our videos, you know that I do this. and I try to find inspirational videos, not the cryy ones. I don't like the cryy one. Don't make me cry. I came to you for happiness. So I'm always trying to find like happy videos that pick you up and make you feel amazing. And Facebook's a great place to do that because it feels less commercial. You can find great videos of just everyday people doing amazing things and sharing just what it is to be human. I love that about Facebook. So other than news, politics, family, social, what else can you find on Facebook?
Religious content, religious pages, groups, people.
You can align, yeah, you can align with like-minded people, whether it's an academic group or a religious group or a promotions group or a boat hotel. It's all there. Another promotions group, a blog, a piano instructor. Everything is available on Facebook. It's kind of more information than Twitter is truthfully it. Like Twitter, I explained last week, is like my new favorite because it allows a greater reach. It allows more people to find you faster. But then, I'm not gonna lie, I will still link all of my Twitter people to my Facebook. And the reason is because your Facebook's a little more in-depth. It's kind of like a mini website. And so you can put more and more information on it. You can put links on both Twitter and Facebook. But Facebook's landing pages, whether it's a business page or a personal page, a profile page, allows you to put more information, and then they can scroll down and see larger content segments. Twitter's always short and sweet. Facebook is more content.
Apart from Twitter DMs, which are quite long.
Yeah. Yeah, so Twitter private messages, I get books. Do you get books?
Sometimes.
Yeah. I do. I read, well, I'll read the first paragraph. And if you remember the 8-second rule, it applies to me also. I'm human. If you haven't caught my attention, sorry, I didn't respond. If I respond, I read it. That's how it works. Yeah, but my Twitter network is growing rapidly, so I can't promise that I'll respond to everybody forever. Right now I can, but it is becoming time-consuming.
It takes time, yeah.
Yeah, it does take time to respond to everybody, but it's amazing the network possibilities that come from your social media presences. I'm like, Rupert got some amazing news today, just for being a great poster. I got some amazing news yesterday, just for being a great poster. Were you, on your amazing news, did they reach out to you on Twitter or Facebook?
I think it was an email that asked me to...
I don't get emails. Email me, world. Moo. Well, actually don't. I'm a real millennial. I won't check it. DM me and keep that up because I don't email well. Mine was through DM. Not Facebook, it was Twitter. I haven't really gotten any... See, that's the catch between Facebook and Twitter, though, is I have true friends on Facebook that I've developed relationships with online. But these are real friends. Like, if we passed each other on the street, I would bring them home with me for dinner, and these are real people that I have truly formed a bond with. However, on Twitter is where I get all of my business yays.
Does it people ever cross over, as it were, between the two? Do you connect with someone on Twitter and then talk to them on Facebook, or does that?
The real friends. I haven't had any Facebook go to Twitter business. I've had Facebook go to Twitter friends, but I have had Twitter business go to Facebook to become a friend. So yeah, they cross, but for different purposes. I want to say that Facebook is more personal, but then there's another part of me that goes, it's my job to understand research, analytics, and trends. And I think that Facebook is rapidly emerging as another business resource. So I think right now Facebook is working to find the balance between maintaining that personal presence and that business presence. So at least it's my go of it. I bet by this time next year, Facebook is going to be as valuable to organizations as Twitter is presently.
What about LinkedIn compared to Facebook, business-wise?
LinkedIn. I love you, LinkedIn. Yeah. We are going to have to do like a social media run for a while to cover all of them. I love LinkedIn. The world needs to understand that I love LinkedIn. However, each of the social media platforms have their own strengths and weaknesses, and I really feel like LinkedIn is still trying to foundationally discover what exactly it does. Like, I want it for what it's advertised to be, but you can't really get your networks to do that. So I'm like, I'm waiting for, there's something missing. There's like, it's like this big. It's this big. And once it's discovered, LinkedIn's going to be insanely awesome. It's awesome now. It's just, there's that little bit, and it has to do with engagement and access, I think, because I get 5 times the engagement from the same post. So if I put one post on LinkedIn, on Twitter, on Facebook, on Instagram, on Pinterest, regardless, every single time, the lowest response rate belongs to LinkedIn. And it kind of is horrible because I want the highest response rate to be from LinkedIn. So that's it. I don't know. Maybe I need LinkedIn pros to come whisper in my ear and tell me what exactly I'm not doing right, because I have an all-star profile. I publish articles. I have an amazing network. But that network is still more active on Twitter and Facebook than they are on LinkedIn. They're more active on our mighty network than they are. Like, I'm being serious. Like on Mighty Networks, think about it. We just started that, and are people not responding? They're taking the time to write. And I go, yay, thank you so much for taking the time to write. Okay, so when dealing with Facebook, we've talked a lot about posts, and we've talked a lot about likes, shares. What does it mean when you share?
When I share something, my reason for doing so is to help the person who's posted it, and hopefully to help the people who will see it.
It's to connect. For me, sharing is, yes, I'm promoting you, but I wouldn't promote you if I didn't agree with you, and your message didn't align with me. We talked about that in a previous video. So not only do I promote you, like and share in your message, I want the rest of the world to be able to have access to your information. So if I share, and I think the same is true for Rupert, so if we share, it means that we really like what you're doing, especially if we share for free. We super like what you're doing, and we want to be able to give our network access to you. Sometimes I will share people's information. So like, say you get a feed in and the person didn't ask you to share, and they're not paying you to share, you're just Facebooking, but their information happens to be very valuable to someone within your network, I will share and tag. Or sometimes if it's personal, share and then privately message that person. I just posted something to my wall and I want you to look at it. This is what it's called.
Or send them a message.
Yeah.
Without sharing.
Well, that's why, like, share whatever it is you want to share, but then in a private message, tell them that you put it there for them. Because with Facebook, you can find everything. So, you know, depending on what you ran into, you might not want the whole world to know exactly why you're sharing it. Or for someone. Like, I don't care. If I share something, it's good. So, one
of the things that bugs me is if I see something that I want to share, but the post is not a public post, so I can't. Or it's a limited post, so there's not much point in me sharing it, because only 3 people can see it.
Right. If I have time and it's really amazing, I'll send a private IM and ask if I can screenshot their picture and share it. And then I'll just edit it, cut it out, and share what I wanted to share. If I get a yes. But no, I agree. When Facebook updated a while ago, it kept turning my posts to friends only. And I would go into settings and change it to, you know, public and post, and it would post public. And then an hour later, Rupert would be like, Connie, you're friends only and I can't share. And I'd be like, I just changed it. And go back in. How long did that last? Like a week? It was awful.
Yeah.
But yeah, always make sure that your posts are public. And how to tell that your post is public is when it is on the feed. If there are 2 little people next to your name, that means you're only sharing to your friends and there is no share button. So they can't share what you're saying. If there's a world, that means that it's public and everyone can share. Okay, and if there's a little lock, is it still the lock if you do a limited post? I think it is. I never limit posts. It's
no, I don't either.
I'll private message you. But I think it's a lock if it's a limited post.
Lock, yes.
So then, so when you post, you'll be able to just quickly glance at it. You don't have to go into settings every time. And then if you notice that you are currently having a friends only share, the 2 little people, you can push that little down arrow button and you can change your privacy settings for that post right there. So if you wanted it global, just go ahead and change privacy, public, all done.
The other option, if you only want 2 people to see it, is to send them both a message.
Right. Exactly. Well, that's what I would rather send you a private message than publicly post a private post. Right. It's confusing to my mind. My Day. That's a new feature to Facebook-ish.
You used it?
Right. I have used it. Have you?
I don't think so.
I don't think you have either.
Not recently.
Huh. Yeah, no, I try to, but I can only be super this much of the time. So, but My Day allows you to take a picture of yourself and you can post it to My Day, or you can do like a video, or you can do a GIF. And you can post it to My Day, and then when you go into Messenger up at the top, you'll have all these little bubbles of people who have posted their My Days. If you click on one, you can slide through and see what your friends are doing for the day. That's pretty fantastic. For all of you who followed our video today and learned lots of awesome information about Facebook, I added a picture to Instagram. Like and share if you find it. That would be cool, just to see how many people hear about it, because I won't talk about it anywhere but here. So unless you are already following me, which I would know like my day. So I know you saw the video. That'd be pretty cool. And my day only lasts for 24 hours, so only the most punctual people will have the opportunity to like my day.
Sometimes mine lasts for 36.
Yours lasts for 6 days?
For 36 hours, because I stay up too late.
I got it. Right. So anything else amazing we could talk about for Facebook before we call it a day?
We could carry on talking for ages, but I guess we can.
I know we could.
Yeah.
So give us a shout out for Mighty Networks.
I found out about Mighty Networks through an episode of This Week in Startups, which is hosted by Jason Calacanis, which is a podcast about startups and tech and entrepreneurs. He had a guest on who was the founder of what was then called Mighty Bell. It's a network. It's a platform that allows people to create their own social networks. And I figured, why don't we try making our own one? And we made one. Oh, you made it. Thank you for that. And we've already got, how many? 8 people there, I think.
And we just made it. So, what kind of people are we looking for?
Business people, entrepreneurs, musicians, artists, creative people. What was the way you said you wanted to connect with people who were
smart up here and good right here. We like big thinkers, people who are great collaborators, wonderful communicators, and movers and shakers. But you really need to have a positive outlook on life, because this person is allergic to sadness.
I don't like negativity.
Yeah. And it's exhausting to try and constantly cheer everybody up. So just be happy when you join, and we'll be happy to have you. Great thinkers. I'm looking for brilliant thinkers, for people who are not overburdened by the stress of the world and who honestly believe in the power of abundance and the laws of abundance, because, drop the mic, this year Rupert and I are really, really making big changes, and we're here to win. So if you're here to win, join us on Mighty Networks. If that applies to you, please find our link down below. Rupert and I will both include links. We both include links on all of our other links. But join our Mighty Network, because it is in fact going to be mighty. And we're rocking this network. And I'm totally open to new hosts. Are you open to new hosts? We would love to find new hosts. Because in the very short window that we have had the Mighty Network up and going, which is of course Constantly Cheeky, we've had a lot of engagement, and so it'd be nice to have a couple other plug-in hosts that could engage with our network when both of us are busy. So please join, and then if you're interested in being a host for our network, post it. Hey Connie, hey Rupert, I would love the opportunity to be a host, and we'll reach out to you and get to know you and hopefully host you, or make you a host. So, thank you so much for joining us. I hope we answered all of your questions. Did you have anything else that you could add to Facebook?
Yeah, but not right now.
Okay.
If people want to ask anything else, they can ask us.
Ooh, so now you have been challenged to ask Facebook questions. We look forward to seeing you on Monday. Please like, share, and follow, and have a great day.
Bye.